Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Hermits on Bedrock. I am your host, Comment1125, and today we're starting right here in the port. So, today we're really going to be dealing with this corner over here, right? I might get 2 or 3 builds done this episode, and we're going to work on the water elevators over at the tower. But for now, for the first half at least this episode, I would like to just exclusively work on this. I have a little block layout done, and this is going to be the butcher slash husbandry slash animal farm, because there'll be cattle and stuff like that back here. In this area, it'll be a big fence, and what we're gonna do back here to keep the animals in is just literally just make sure all the blocks are too high, and then so they can't escape, and we don't have to waste fences, and it just looks better and more natural that way as well. So you can kind of see what we're going for here, and it'll be about to right here, I guess. We'll go ahead and just add these blocks in. Watch out! Move out the way! Move out the way! All right, and then the fence will come up to right here, and they'll be good to go. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to show you, and then we're gonna keep going. So I'm getting mixed up. Okay, so the path, we're probably gonna terraform this hill back a little bit more to make it look like more of a transition, because this is like too hastily of a transition for a good, nice little path. So we're probably gonna make these like, you know, instead of having a 1 block and then 1 more up, make like a 2 or 3 block. See, like a 2 or 3 block like this, and then just keep hitting that back like this, and eventually you'll kind of see that it just makes it look a little bit better, a little bit more of a transition than just a sudden steep hill. And yeah, so that's kind of like what we're gonna do. And then the path will go all the way up here, and then over here you'll have the animal farm, whatnot. Over here I'm thinking about putting like some honey, like a beekeeper's house right here. I think that'd be, because you got the flowers up there already. But you keep coming up here, and on top of this hill is going to be the farmer's house. Now, if you guys have actually watched the other 2 seasons, the previous 2 seasons of Hermits on Bedrock, you'll know that in season 1 I built a farmer's house, and I still love that thing. I was looking at it the other day. I said, you know what? I'm going to put it on my season 3 world. So if you haven't seen that, you can go check it out. I love that village that I made at my castle. And yeah, we're gonna just pretty much gonna cop that design straight from me. So it's not really copping, but and all the surrounding hills, probably down to there even, will be different types of crops. Like you'll have the wheat, and then we'll have the carrots and the potatoes and all that stuff. So it'll be reasonably functional, right? So it's not just gonna be some whole bunch of random stuff. And then yeah, so I mean we got this building, that building, and that building. So we got our work cut out for us pretty much, because it's not just building the buildings, it's designing them and making them look functional, just as, you know, just like our other ones are. Look at the trash cans. I still put the liquid in there. I'm gonna put green liquid in there. And yeah, so I gotta move all my shulkers and go and get all my other shulkers from the tower, and yeah, get some resources together to build this thing. And I will see you guys whenever I've got a little bit of progress done on these builds. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It looks almost better at night than it does in the daytime. I planted that tree, chop down that one, and might cut down that one too, or might even make a custom one. But you see, I added some path with the gravel blocks, so let's actually sleep real quick. But I love the look of this place at nighttime. It really kind of, you know, once we add some sea lanterns, so we got sea lanterns, we can put the hidden lighting underneath. But let's take a journey up there. Kill him with my trident. There we go. But you can see where I'm already kind of laying out the path, trying to figure out which way I want to go up here. The path is going to go this way, and then there'll be a little branch off. I think I'm going to do a diagonal beehive or beekeeper's house with some bees out back or something. I think that'd be really neat. And of course, there'll also be probably a separate path on the other side of this building, storage building, to the lighthouse, which is going to be right there. But yeah, so this is the building. I really like it. It's a very cozy, small little cabin. The interior is not done, and I also haven't added the flowers to that yet. But there's going to be flowers there. But yeah, you come in here, and it's just a real small room. I might put a divider wall right here, and just make this a small kitchen with a table, kind of like how I have my Java Let's Play right now, the modded Let's Play. Go check that out, and put a bed right here and all that stuff. But you got the back door, and I already have some livestock in here. Got the sheep, got the cows. I gotta add a pig and some chickens. Hopefully chickens won't fly out, but you know, there's a little we can do. Maybe even build a little chicken coop. Got the hay bales out here in the little cage so they can eat. And yeah, I got the path out here. Got the path. I probably need to go ahead and just make a little bit of a... Oh, I can't do that. Okay, that's fine. That's alright. I thought we could do that. Okay, anyway. Coming back over here, and the path connects to each other. Like that. And then it'll connect to this main path once we got that built. And the main path is going to come up here. And this is just going to... I don't know if this is going to be someone's house or not. I'm going to build a building there. Maybe it might just be a regular, like, villager house for one of the people that live here. Not necessarily a tradesman. Eat. And then this up here is where the farmer's house is going to go. And then we'll have all, like, the wheat on this side. And the wheat on this side. Like, you know, maybe even do, like, you know, carrots or something out down here, down this hill. And, you know, maybe even cover some of this area right here that's out, you know, because we don't want to interfere with this house. But also plant some crops over there. All around the back. I might even add in a lake. Who knows, man? It's going to be crazy. But from the sky, it's going to look really good, I think. And I really, really love that little build. Let's just look at that. It just looks so cozy. And I just came up with that off the fly. Like, I really enjoyed that. I thought it was going to be too small, but that's like a perfect size. You know, these are kind of extreme. Like, these are big building. This is a big building, you know, and it's hard to really make it look good, and you have to do different things with it. But I think all of our builds so far has turned out pretty good. Let's fix that. So yeah, I mean, continuing on with the day, I'm gonna, because I've kind of ran our resources just a little dry. Like, we don't have that much wood left. Let's just put it on there and let's take a look. Yeah, not enough to build a farmer's house, and I gotta go gather up a lot of seeds and a lot of all the crops, pretty much. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that, gather up some resources, bring you guys back, maybe even go over a little bit more detailed game plan of what to do here. We're gonna finish the farmer's house. We're gonna finish the little farms around here, and then we'll probably, depending on the time, we might not do this building today or the beehive today. I might do it off camera or something, but we're definitely gonna have to finish up doing the bubble vaders and the Alliance Tower, and at least getting the ground floor decorated and finish decorating the meeting floor, get the care packages finished and delivered, and then of course we might even have a meeting with some of the other hermits at the Alliance Tower. That might be next episode. I'm going to try to pack in as much action as I can, because I want to start releasing these episodes once a week at minimum, because I want to get busy on this and get all this done. But let me go gather some more resources. Wait, let me... okay, no wood. Alright. Well, I'll be right back, guys. Allow me to introduce you to the farmer's house. It is the exact same one as in Season 1. Okay. Interior isn't done. It's not really pressing to get the interiors done. There's not much of an interior anyway. But coming down here, we already got all the farms planted. It was a hassle. We did that during a stream. It was kind of a very monotonous thing, really, to get all these seeds. Most of these farms really just started from one and just kind of let them grow naturally. This is an all-natural farm. No bill meal or sedatives added, you know what I'm saying? But as we turn around, you can kind of get the bigger picture here. We planted this, and then I said, you know what? That's just not enough. That's not enough. So I'm going to extend it out even farther this way. I'm going to plant a few trees. Actually, let's go over here and see if those saplings have made. No, they have not. Anyway, I'm going to plant a few trees around here to kind of liven up the area, give a little bit of color, plant some flowers, you know, the normal stuff. Just make the countryside a little bit more enjoyable. But look at that. It looks awesome. It looks awesome. And I'm going to, of course, texture that out and stuff. But you can kind of see it's a man-made barrier wall, a retainer wall, as you see in real life. You know, in most medieval cities, whenever they lived on steep hills like this, would have big retaining walls, and that's how they would farm. And they would have, you know, a stream running through the middle of it, which we may or may not. That's actually a good idea. Might have a little stream running through here. through the middle, but as you can see, I've almost doubled. I don't say quite doubled because we're only going up to right here, and then we're probably going to step down. We're not going to go up all in there with the wheat, but we will go all up in here with the wheat. So I got to change these for stairs. As you can see right here, this is kind of a half to water these, half because it just looks pretty cool. So we got to trade all of these blocks here out for the stone brick stairs. And yeah, so I mean, I think it's just pretty. I think it's a pretty neat way to do it. And we're gonna waterlog every single one of these, so it's a little bit of work, but I think that it's definitely worth it. It just kind of seems like it's a little bit of a irrigation, so it kind of just brings a little bit more color to that area. But you can see that this is a little bit different than the other ones, and this is actually derived from Mythical Sausage, which is a builder who builds on Minecraft Bedrock. And he's a very excellent builder, and I take a lot of inspiration from him. But you can see that we usually do that. We skip one with the stone slabs and put the trapdoors in the middle. It kind of gives it just layers of depth, which is what we're aiming for here. Instead of using the spruce stairs, we just went. Actually, we did use spruce stairs, didn't we? Okay, all right, yeah. We went with the normal palette, oak logs, oak strip logs, and then oak planks. Excuse me. And then come in here, and there's potential for a lot to go on in here. I might even do this interior. It might be fun to have a second floor right here and the fireplace right there, which I really enjoy how the fireplace goes into and then pops out of at the top. I think that adds a lot of character to the build itself. And of course added the fence around because this is a little private farm. That might be the village might work on this farm, and in exchange for their labor, they get like a cut, like 30% of the wheat to use for their food. And the farmer, this is his personal thing. But I planted all the farms in Minecraft Bedrock that you can plant right here at the farmer. So that will complete actually the farmer off of our list that King Harold gave us in the previous episode. So that's good. So we're cutting it down to our list. As a matter of fact, we're going to go check that right now to see that. But real quick, before I let you go, the lumberjack is going to be right here. I'm going to plant a big forest back there with all the different trees and back there. And we got to find a way to make that good and manageable and, of course, pleasant to look at. And then I am going to do the beehive. Probably not this episode. And, of course, this random house right here. Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. Or we might have like a public fountain over here coming off the irrigation from the farm. Who knows what's going to happen? I swear, the more that I look around and browse and do research and look at old medieval towns and paintings and stuff like that, I get more and more inspiration for how to do that build. But now you can start to see really this place is coming alive. Especially once we get like the beekeeper and the lumberjack and maybe a couple other builds throughout these hills and the little lighthouse. This side is really going to be where the homestead is going to be. And this side is going to be what we're actually about to talk about. We're going to take a trip up here and actually look at the book that King Harold gave us last episode to kind of get a refresher. Ah, yes. Yes. The next step, of course. And we're not going to read it all again. But the Tavern Inn, we did that. Market did that. Farmland, just finished that. The Butcher, we did that. And the last thing is Barracks for Customs and Port Security from Harold the 17th. So we're gonna, I think the next building we're gonna do, just so that we can finish these missions, these tasks at hand, is we're gonna do that next, definitely. So we might even get around to doing a farm this time. I don't know. We might be able to do the cactus farm. I think that'd be an achievable task for us to do this episode. But we also got a lot to do with the Alliance. That's totally separate from anything else we're doing. So we're gonna have to do that on our own time, pretty much. But let me go, and I'm gonna start. I'm gonna finish the farm for one, and I'm gonna add some trees around here. Maybe even start adding a little bit of spruce to this place and some birch, and then we're gonna get started on the barracks. And I'll kind of go over the plan for that. If we do that this episode, we might just hop over and do some Alliance stuff. I really don't know yet. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will see you in a couple of seconds. Alright, you guys, this is the start of the guardhouse. Okay, so down here, of course, it's nowhere near done. I just brought you guys in to kind of show you the layout. This is going to be a little stables for the horses, of course. And we'll fix this little glitch right here. And we're just using these spruce fence gates to pretty much be the gate for the horses. You open them both, you should be able to pull them in. Close them, they should stay there. And then we'll have like, of course we'll texture this out a little bit like so. And like, you know, we'll change some of them out to be a little bit more textured. And then we'll come up here and then we'll have a couple of cells up here on this floor. And I kind of just, I don't know what we're going to use for a floor block yet. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys the layout of the bottom floor. And kind of the process I'm doing. I'm using the acacia wood this time around. I actually have to get a couple of more. Because it just gives it more of a stone feeling. Like this is like a hard wood. Whereas this is a soft wood. I mean, if you've ever chopped wood before, you kind of know what I'm talking about. Dry wood is much harder to cut than the soft wood. At least, you know, this, you know, horizontally or whatever. But yeah, so this is the plan, and then you can see I've already also started to move the road farther up. Because it's going to go like this, and it's going to go like that, and then zigzag up to the castle. Don't know if we're going to finish the road this episode, probably not. And yeah, so I mean, it's looking really good. Up there, I got the all the farmland planted, and it is just looking absolutely fantastic. We'll take a quick look at that very fast, if it'll load in. I add a little lake back there. It looks really cool, really fancy. Oh yes, looks very fancy. Alright, but let me get back to work. I'll bring you guys when we're going to finish the second floor. And the front side is done. Yes, yes, yes. And look how amazing and spectacular it looks. I've also connected it. I might do a little bit more here, you know. A little bit more, you know, the path block. Perhaps, but I definitely want to finish that sidewalk before. That's kind of why I stopped here. Because, you know, this road's going to continue on up there. So we got to wait and see what that's going to look like. But look at this. And what we're using here is simply, if I can find it, I'll show you. These stone brick walls, andesite walls, and cobblestone walls. And they add, like, superior depth, right, in this build. Because you have, like, this block, and then it goes in. And the next one in is kind of like this middle piece of the wall. It kind of sticks out a little farther. Then the back piece of the wall, that sticks out a little farther. Then the glass, that sticks out farther than the actual windowsill itself. So I think it looks absolutely amazing like this. And we'll repeat this on the other sides, of course. And actually I need some more acacia wood. I've been slowly but surely chopping them down. And the back side's unfinished. But be that as it may, I think the front side has turned out really well. I just haven't had much time to finish it, which I'll probably go into a little later. But the inside, you know, we've come with we love the diorite. We both know that I love the polished diorite as little border trim blocks, of course. And all these will have iron doors on them, just like a regular gel would, I guess. And you have a couple of 1x2 cells. You know, they don't need a bed. They're probably going to be executed here pretty soon anyway. And then we have one big stall, the VIP, right? For like people who didn't commit such heinous crimes that they deserve to be killed. And you can actually see the other side of the window. As I said, you know, it gives it a little bit more depth. And once we decorate inside of here, like we'll probably throw up some banners just to kind of give it a facade of decoration of an interior. That way from the outside it looks good. But you come down here, of course, to the stables as you saw in the last clip. But yeah, so it's coming along. Ooh, also, this is going to be the actual barracks room where all the men stay. You know what I'm saying? Where all the, I wouldn't say men, but all the guards stay, right? And they'll sleep in here, and they'll be kind of like, you know, bunks throughout, and maybe a bathroom and a latrine in the back or something like that. I don't know yet. You know, they'll all have their own little storage lockers and have some armor stands up in the front, probably. The front will be the armory. That way they just run out here, they get on the horse, they run out, or they run up the stairs and get ready, or whatever they have to do, they can do. But, I mean, it's from flying in, just now, whenever I was about to start recording, yeah, I really love the front end of that. I think it just looks absolutely fantastic. And I'm glad that I'm just messing around in creative. One of the good reasons why you need to take your time on your builds is, you know, just messing around in creative and came up with the half wall idea. But let me keep going. I'm not sure. I don't think we'll do a second floor. I don't think. Let me look. Did I put a place for it? No, I didn't. So I don't think there's going to be a second floor. We got to figure out what kind of roof we want to do, because we kind of got two styles of roof, of ceiling. And the thing is that there's no... What makes these roofs look so good, right? The ceilings, the roofs, yeah, the roofs. Is that we have these little jut outs, right? Which we could do here, I guess. We could make an attic area. You can see the top's kind of messy. Don't pay attention to that. We might do that. We might go back into a creative save and mess around with that. Maybe make that like it is. But we also got to think. We got to make sure that these stairs kind of cope with this theme. We might use, I guess, some stone brick stairs. And we might even dabble with some deep slate stairs as the actual tiles, the roof tiles. We'll mess around with that maybe a little bit. But let me go, guys, and I just wanted to bring you back in, kind of give you another little update. Step by step kind of, and I'm going to get started on the ceiling and the roof and all these little details is going to go in here. And of course we got to find ourselves some horses and put them in the stables, and that's actually will be probably our main stable if we ever use a stable again. And then that will conclude the book from King Harold, and we can move on. We can move on and do other great things and start on the castle hopefully in the next episode. But let me go, guys, and I'll bring you guys back whenever I finish this. Ta-da! And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. And I have to say, I really enjoy this build. You know, it's a little bit different. It's not perfectly symmetrical because, you know, the two windows on that side, one window on that side. But, I mean, not everything is going to be symmetrical. I really didn't do much to the interior. In fact, I didn't do anything to the interior. But you can see I already did this road a little bit, all the way up to here. I'm going to do the slabs. So you should just be able to walk straight up to the castle once that's done. And I did a little bit more right here, and then did some work over here. This is going to change. I didn't have any cobblestone on me, so I just had to do that. But yeah, I really enjoyed the way this looks. It looks very like a very strong, non-flammable building, which is kind of what I was going for. You know, you want this is like the place, the first line of defense for this city/castle, right? So we want them to be very well prepared, and yeah, I think this turned out really good. Got the sign with the sword on it. On the sides, we have a similar theme to this panel right here, with the walls and such. Which this is subject to change. It's a little plain. I got to figure out a way to add a little bit more depth to it. Maybe some trap doors or something, or some buttons, or something like that. And the back is unfinished, actually. Wow, I thought I finished that. I'll finish that after this. But yeah, so I think it turned out really good. And you know, it looks really good from up here. It just looks like a very strong building. I love the acacia wood. I love that we were able to use that. That's a block I've never really used before in one of my builds. But it looks like I don't know, hard, old hard wood. You know, not rotten, but you know, like petrified. Ah, yes, petrified wood. That's the word I was looking for. Yes. But now that we've done this, let's go check the book one more time before we start to go do other things, because I've actually gotten those alliance boxes complete. So, I have 4 hermits in mind for the beginning first phase. So, I mean, I'm going to invite more later on, but in reality, it's really hard to gather these resources. But let's take a look into one of the alliance membership boxes. You get 6 stacks of fireworks. You get 8 stacks of golden carrots. You get 2 golden apples. You get one free book from the Villager Corner coupons. You get a Rolex Alliance Edition. Not just one to stay on your person, but another one to put on your wall. And of course, you get the Alliance Medallion, this medallion will be used for keys and other things later on if I don't make like custom keys for that way, you know, people can't just copy them off the episode. But I've made 4 of these. And oh, actually no, I didn't. I need to go trade some more golden carrots. But that's really what's holding me back. It's kind of hard to gather all these resources, all the Rolexes I got. But yeah, so we're gonna go deliver these real quick, and I'm actually gonna take you guys with me on that. And hopefully they will accept our invitation, and we will be able to start really building and doing some amazing things together on the realm. I know I've been inactive lately, but I've had midterms in school and just been busy at work. It's just been crazy. So please forgive me. But yeah, so let's go get these delivered real quick. First let me fill up those carrots, and then we'll go deliver those real quick. and probably after that conclude this episode, because I gotta get it out. It's been like a month. It's crazy. So I also wrote them a little book called The Imitation, my fellow hermit, in an attempt to gather our respective skills and resources to embellish and raise our activity on the server. I cordially invite you to join the Builders Alliance. Please accept the small token of gratitude for being one of the first chosen for this momentous occasion. As you can see, this is an awesome looking base. This is Jack Emerson. Boom. You've been invited. Looks like old Saquon's working on something big. That's very good, because he has been invited, 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 invited. Hammer and Rob, you've been invited, 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 invited. And last but not least, my dwarven neighbor, Butters. You've been already had my hotbar. Invited. 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 But in all seriousness, if any of the other members of the Realm want to join, if you're watching this episode, of course, everybody is welcome. Please just let me know if you're interested. These are the 4 people that I invited today that showed some interest. Look, there's the tower right there. Boom, very close, right between me and Butters, who we actually planned this alliance for quite a while now. Ooh, resources. Oh, I actually needed that for my... Okay, alright, we're not going to get into it. But guys, I think this is a good place to actually end the episode. It's been a long time coming. Definitely. I think it's the longest I've been without releasing an episode. My life has just been super hectic. These past couple weeks, and I apologize for that, But I really appreciate you guys watching, and if you please leave me a comment. I'd rather you comment than like, to be honest, because I need to know, what am I doing right, what am I doing wrong? I need to know. I want to change so that I can grow better and faster and stronger than ever before. No, but seriously, please let me know if you enjoyed it or not, and if you did, why don't you just go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more, please subscribe. It helps me, helps the channel. Be watching out for these streams. I know it's kind of random, but oh god, I love this. This is my favorite spot so far. But anyway, be watching out for those streams. Okay, I know it's kind of random, but I do it as often as I can. And this next streaming period, I guess you could say, is going to be solely for probably this road right here, and then of course we're going to start the castle build itself over here, and that's going to be very, very interesting. Of course it is, but also we're messing around with a couple of different Foxy No-Tails add-ons. Hopefully we can get spectator mode working the right way, and we can continue having some of the time lapses we had last season. It's very, very difficult for me to do, but I'm definitely willing to do it because I love watching them, and I know you guys do too. So I appreciate you guys watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.